Hey everyone, Couch Investor back to another video for today. So it really feels like every day there's another acquisition or another merger happening. And that's something that I was expecting a lot in the current market, but I wasn't expecting those huge companies to be making so many moves lately. More specifically, Amazon. We've seen Amazon move for One Medical. We've seen Amazon move for iRobot. We've had the recent news of Amazon, maybe putting a bid in for another healthcare company called Signify Health, which is funny because, there was also some news about Amazon's and their health department. Let's say they're shutting that down, but at the same time, they're going after two other healthcare companies. Pretty interesting. Now, I will repeat this, and I find it extremely weird that they're not going after Teladoc, because that's just a no-brainer acquisition, especially if you're going after One Medical and Signify Health. So, question mark there. And then obviously the recent news we've got today, and that's news/rumor, might be debunked, might not be debunked, and that's the fact that maybe they launch a bid to acquire EA, Electronic Arts, gaming company, big competitor to Activision. Obviously Microsoft Activision acquisition happening next year if it gets obviously approval, anti-competitiveness, etc. But it is interesting because a couple of months ago, EA, there were reports that EA might have been looking for a buyer. Right now, CEO said that the company is stronger than ever. It's better to stay as a standalone company, etc. But that news came out from a Swedish outlet that said that the bid might come out today. CNBC said that this is not true and there's no bid coming out. But then again, let's discuss the possibilities here. But before we do that, if you want to support this channel, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment to get the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor and make sure to check out all the other links in the pinned comment. Now, going back to Amazon and EA, I'm going to compare it a lot to the acquisition that Microsoft is probably going to happen next year. Maybe yes, maybe no. No, it's a huge one, so remains to be seen. But it will be interesting because if Amazon launches a bid for EA, and it does get accepted, then regulators will have a difficult decision to make because you cannot approve one without approving the others. And if you reject one, you have to reject both. So that will be interesting to see what happens on that front if a bid comes out and if it gets accepted. So yes, there are lots of ifs here. But from an Amazon standpoint, it does make sense to go even deeper into the gaming aspect, right? They have Amazon Prime, they have Twitch. They also had this announcement not so long ago, almost 2 years ago today, about their own cloud-based gaming segment, let's say called Luna, where, having something like EA in that department, might be a huge plus. And again, as we've said in the past, Amazon Prime, this is where the money is at. That subscription model, especially if you add, a Game Pass type of thing to the offering, you increase the price a little bit if you want that gaming aspect, goes into Twitch Prime as well. Lots of things can happen there. Again, a big if that acquisition goes through. There are also the questions about exclusive games like Apex Legends, FIFA, etc. What will happen with that? Will Amazon just put out huge walls, create a walled garden? Those questions were asked with, Microsoft, Xbox titles, what's going to happen there? Only for Xbox, or will they continue to be, expanding, let's say, the realm of possibilities and the realm of gaming to, outside Microsoft and Xbox consoles? The answer was yes, not all games will be exclusive to Game Pass and Xbox. I assume the same thing will happen with Amazon unless, they decide to lose money, because just staying with the Amazon, let's say, cloud gaming stuff is not really going to make them a lot of money, especially not with huge games like Apex, FIFA, basically every other sports title out there. Now, touching a bit more on Luna, the cloud gaming aspect, it's a huge thing. We've seen that with Microsoft, we've seen that with GeForce Now as well. Cloud gaming will become bigger and bigger over time, and it's great, right? You don't really need fancy hardware. Cloud gaming fixes that. Obviously, it's all about the subscription, as you see here. The service itself, early access pricing, is now around $6. This was back in 2020, but I don't think it has changed that much. So what you get You get unlimited hours of playtime with their current library of games called Luna Plus, a bit like PlayStation Plus as well, which will include the Resident Evil 7, Control, Abzu, and several other options, with more being added later. You'll be able to stream on 2 devices at once in 1080p resolution at 60 frames per second. 4K resolution support is also coming later on. Now, of course, the big issue here is obviously a good internet connection, and that's something maybe not everybody has as of today, but over time that should be obviously the norm. Now, obviously, when you're offering cloud gaming and your library is still pretty small, adding a huge company with lots of AAA titles, huge IP as EA, is a huge plus. And obviously, it's not going to come in very cheap. I mean, look at the premium Microsoft is paying for Activision. Now, for Microsoft, they already have Xbox, so that's already a huge advantage that they have on Amazon. On the other hand, Amazon has Twitch Prime, which can play a big part in the cloud gaming aspects, streaming world, advertising, etc. So again, everything here that we're saying is just speculation as part, until news comes out, because the stock is up around 5 to 6% right now. Pre-market that was closer to 10 to 12%, but since CNBC said that this is not true, it has come down a little bit, but it is still up 5% today, so maybe there might be some truth to it, maybe not. Maybe we'll have to wait until either company makes a statement, but as of now, just rumors, but might be a good acquisition for Amazon. If I do say so myself, it's going to cost them a lot of money, so it remains to be seen how they do that, especially after they announced they want to acquire One Medical, iRobot, maybe some other little companies here and there. But it is funny that the FTC just doesn't really look that way. They don't look at Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Google, and stuff like that. But Facebook and Meta, they can't really buy any candy bars without the FTC just looking over their shoulder and telling them, nope, that's not allowed. So remains to be seen what happens. Obviously, do share your thoughts down in the comments below. Amazon, EA, do you think it can work? Leave it down in the comments below. And if you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, maybe hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.